Now, you was able to leave your day job within 3 months,
Yeah.
you know, of starting with us.
Yeah.
You've gone on to do really, really, really well, you know. Just give everybody a bit of an insight in terms of what's the best month that you've had so far. Yeah, just give us a bit of an idea.
£21,000.
Hello and welcome to another video. Good to see each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm alongside one of my favourite students of all time, who goes by the name of Joyful Joy. So good to see you, Joy. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Now look, Joy has been working with me for a while now. Now, when we first started, you know, you was 21, yeah? We're just having this debate a minute ago. So was he 21? Was he 22? But you was 21 when you first got started with me, yeah? And you was working in a quarry in Derbyshire, yeah? And you was doing admin. Yeah. And I remember you saying when you first came, it was like, look, Jay, I just want to leave my day job, Jay. I want to be free. I want to be financially free. I mean, you've always had ambitions to be very successful, yeah, wealthy, you know, you want to be a millionaire. I remember you always saying you want to be a millionaire by the time you're 25 and all of that sort of stuff. Now, you was able to leave your day job within 3 months, you know, of starting with us. Yeah. You've gone on to do really, really, really well, you know. Just give everybody a bit of an insight in terms of what's the best month that you've had so far. Yeah, just give us a bit of an idea.
£21,000.
Okay, so you've done £21,000 in 1 month. Yeah. Okay, so how did you start this, Joy? Like, what was this like for you, you know, in terms of starting where you came from working in administration to literally, a couple of years later? I mean, you was able to leave your day job in 3 months. Yeah. You know, you've then gone on, you've done, you know, £5,000 months, £10,000 months, getting to a point where you've done as much as £21,000 in a month. Joy, who did you need to become in order for you to be able to go on to achieve what you've been able to achieve at such a young age?
I had to put myself in the position that I wanted to be in to get there.
What about in terms of like influences, surrounding yourself with the right people? Yeah. Yeah? Has that been something that's been quite important for you on this journey? Yeah. Why?
Your network is your net worth.
Yeah.
You've got to surround yourself with the right people. And if you surround yourself with people who's going on the same journey or is better than you, you're always going to want to do more, achieve more. You're not going to be able to slack because people are there to hold you accountable as well. Okay.
So would you say that that's been a crucial part of this whole journey for you?
I think it's the most important.
I would agree. I always, well, you know, I'm always saying stuff like that. You know, your network is your net worth. You know, show me the five closest people to you, and typically you will earn either 5 or 10% either above or below the 5 people closest people to you. So it's really, really, really important. So you came in, you know, at the age of 21, wanting to leave your day job. What was the difference between who you were then and then, you know, who you had to develop into? So yes, you surrounded yourself with the right people, but what was some of the real core mindset things that you had to learn in order for you to become a successful entrepreneur?
Discipline. Even when the going gets tough, you've just got to keep going. And it does get easier. It does get easier, the stuff that you started. Then you'll hit the next bar. You've just got to keep going and keep going.
See, there's loads here.
There's
like, I know you're in front of cameras. Like, I'm in front of
camera.
cameras.
I never look back either, really, myself, do I? I just do it. That's my issue. I don't even reflect on how I do it. I just do it.
Yeah.
I guess not being scared to do it, just jumping at every opportunity that comes, following what I've been told to do as well. I did hesitate sometimes, but I still did it, regardless of if I wanted to do it or not.
Yeah. Okay, cool. One of the things of what I've also seen within you is you're really hardworking. Yeah. Yeah, like you are prepared to do whatever it takes within reason, okay? Obviously within reason. I always got to put that in there because, you know what I mean? We know P. Diddy around here, nothing like that, you know what I mean, right? Yeah. So within reason, okay? Yeah. And you've been so hardworking. You've been times where no doubt you've even wanted to quit. I remember when you were doing your webinars and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, Jay, look, Jay, this ain't working, Jay, this ain't working. I
actually called Jay up the night before my webinar. I was like, I'm not doing another one. And Jay was like, just do one more. And then I made like $5,000 on that one.
Well, this is it. I was like,
don't quit.
Like, Joy, you've got to be, we've got to tweak it. We've got to tweak it. Like, Jay, no. Not that you talk that way, right? You don't talk that way, right? But Jay, I can't do it. And then you did it. You personalized it a lot more because that's what was missing. Is the story behind, you know, who you are, and that's who people want to work with. You, not, you know, me or anybody else. It's you. So the fact that you personalised it, you then killed it, right?
Yeah.
£5,000 in one webinar?
Yeah, 1 hour.
In 1 hour.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, if you think about it, you know, you've been 21, 22, 23, being able to produce these results. I mean, look, who at the age of 23 is producing results like that? No, I'm not saying there's nobody else out there in the world, of course, but, you know, lots of people that are watching this video right now, they haven't been able to produce that at 23, 24.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been able to produce that at 23, 24. So what does that feel like for you?
It's good. I always strive for more, though. That's my issue. I never sit back, but it's good. But I did work hard. When I was in a day job, I worked on my lunch breaks. I woke up early. I went to bed late to do it. But knowing that the reward was going to be better at the end, to the point now I don't ever have to wake up at a certain time if I don't want to.
Yeah. So what do you see? What are some of the classic mistakes that you see people making? Obviously, you're part of a great network, you know, within our series about success. You know, so what classic mistakes do you even see some people making within that, where you can see, man, they're making it harder on themselves?
There's two. They try and do it all. I'm just going to do this, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and then I've got 3 revenue. No, you just do one. Because if you don't put 100% on one, you're splitting your energy, you're putting 50% into each. It's going to take 50% longer to do.
Yeah.
So trying to do everything. And also overcomplicating it.
Okay.
So many people overcomplicate it. And this is the thing with networking events. Sometimes why they don't always work is you speak to someone, they're like, oh, I do this. And it's like so overwhelming. You're like, oh, maybe I'm not at that level yet. But actually, if you step back and you think, why are you making it so complex? Business is an easy process to do. If you just have step 1, 2, and 3, you can make lots of money. My system is not complicated. It's step 1, 2, 3. There's nothing complicated. People overcomplicate business.
Well, you know why though, right? One of the reasons as to why people will do stuff like that is because, and I see it all the time as well, it's got to be challenging. It's got to be complicated. Yeah. And the fact that I'm now going to come and talk to you about business, we're talking about business.
Ego.
So, you know, so we're going to do a business and we've got to get the, you know, the right type of functionality that goes along with the hybrid of the, you know, of the algorithm and the hybrid of the algorithm that then, you know, connects with the networking and then goes on to, you know, expand and, you know, do the conversions that way. And you're sitting there like, what the fuck are you talking about? You know, however, in their head, we're in business now, yeah? So because like, we're in business, we've got to talk in that way so that we're respected as business people. But they don't realise when people start talking like that, we realise like straight away, I know that you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know, because it doesn't have to be that way.
The most successful business people talk to people as if they were toddlers.
Well, this is it. I mean,
that's how it should be.
Yeah, this is it. So that's what I try and do. That's what I like to try and do. I like to try and keep it really ABC and just keep it really, really, really straightforward and keep it really simple because it doesn't have to be difficult. Yeah,
it's also procrastination. Like they'll say, oh, I need to do this and I'm going to overcomplicate this to avoid doing this simple thing that they just don't want to do.
Yeah. I agree. So what about excuses then, Joy? You know?
My opinion.
You know, what's your thoughts around excuses?
Oh, if you've got an excuse, you just don't want it bad enough. Okay. That's what I personally think. Like, if you want it bad enough, you're not going to find something to stop. Nothing will stop you.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, Joy, right? You say that, The thing is, you say that, but you never guess what happened to me, though, Joy. Joy, I had to take the dog for a walk, Joy. You know, Joy, my grandparents just arrived back at the airport. They just come back from Canada. You know, I can't do what, you know, you're telling me to do because of this or that. You know, so when you hear that...
I just walk away.
But why do you think people live in those excuses? Like, what is it about, you know, having to make the excuse and then live in it and try and make you believe it? Like, no, it is this, Joy. I had to take the dog for a walk, Joy. What am I supposed to do?
They're trying to hide the fact they've done nothing and justify it, usually. Okay. They're trying to justify it. Mm-hmm. But also, you've got to think, if you're putting everyone else first, you're never going to put yourself first, you're never going to make it. If you've got to take that dog for a walk, shorten it or listen to a podcast on it or multitask it. If you've got to pick your family up, fine, stay up or wake up 15 minutes early to do what you're going to do in that time. There's no excuse. Molly May got cancer for this, we've all got the same 24 hours in a day. If I can I live a busy life. Mm-hmm. If you can do it, there should be no excuse.
Yeah.
I'm in London these 2 days. I drove 3 hours. I'm going to drive 3 hours tomorrow. It's not going to stop me. I'm not going to say, oh, I had to drive to London.
But the thing is, I had to go down to London. I had to go and do this thing down in London, and that's the thing, Jay. And but
I'm just going to work on Friday when I would usually have a Friday off. I'm now, there's never an excuse. You wake up earlier if you've not got enough time. Because
that's one thing that I've always seen within you. That you would never give me an excuse.
I hold myself accountable. Even if because there was an issue where I had outsourced work, I didn't like it, and you just said, is it them or is it you? And I was like, even if it is them, you still got to hold. I hired them, so it's my issue. Mm-hmm. Or I gave them the brief, even though it was an amazing brief. It's still my issue that I still went ahead with them. Like, I hold myself accountable to everything, even if it isn't my fault. It will always stand back to me because I made the decision to go for it and do it. I hold myself accountable.
Yeah. Well, that's the level of responsibility that we've got to take as business owners. Sometimes we might want to blame. It's like, well, no, hang on a minute. My website, it's not looking the way it is, and you manage my website. It's your fault. It's your fault, and we want to sometimes do that because we don't want to take responsibility because we don't want to be seen as we've done something wrong.
Yeah.
The reality is that every single thing in your business, every single thing in your life, you want to take responsibility for it.
Yeah.
So if, you want to be better in business, take responsibility for where you are right here, right now, and, what the future now looks like because you are in control.
Yeah.
Health, if you're out of shape or if you want to, I don't know, lose a few pounds or whatever it may well be, this is down to you to fix it. Relationships, it's down to you to understand the areas of where you're not doing things that are conducive towards a successful relationship. That
comes back to the excuses as well. I've got to walk my dog. Okay, that's an excuse. It's your choice to have a dog. It's your choice to have to get a dog walker.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. It's still your choice to do it, and that's why it just doesn't work as an excuse.
That's it. So you've had a couple of businesses, or you've got a couple of businesses. You've got, or just tell everybody about in terms of what you currently do. You're in a position where you're making as much as £21,000 in a month, regularly hitting £10,000 a month, those types of figures.
Yeah.
So what do you do to hit those type of numbers?
Got a digital marketing agency where I make businesses money online through digital marketing. I've got an academy where I teach people how to make money with AI, and then I've got a one-to-one mentorship program where I work one-to-one with people on truly bringing their business to the next level.
Okay. So is it easy to run all those businesses?
No, and yes.
Yeah, okay.
It is now.
Yeah. Okay.
It is now. It wasn't to start with, as you would know, through the whole journey. But I would say yes now because I'm at the point where I can delegate it all out. So I don't even have to be doing stuff daily now.
So what do you think the hardest part of business is, or what you've experienced? What's been the hardest challenge that you've ever come across?
Do you know this for me or not?
What, your biggest challenge? Do I know what your biggest challenge is? Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, of course I do.
People?
Well, I wasn't going to say that. What do you mean by that?
I love all my customers.
You're like, yeah, of course. You're
going to get some bad customers. I've had people slate me online with stuff that's not true, and then I've had to stay silent despite thousands of people seeing it, and it could ruin my whole reputation. But I wouldn't get into argument online, so I just keep it silent behind closed doors. Yeah. They always end up apologising. The people in public would never know that.
Yeah.
That's,
of course.
It's always been the public.
Okay.
It's not. It doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's like.
Yeah. It really can be upsetting. See, I was going to say one of your biggest challenges of what I've seen is patience. Just having some patience.
I just want it now.
Yeah, like she's like, look, you've been working with me since you've been 21. You're 24 years old now. Yeah, you're killing it. You own your own home. You got your own car. You're doing as much as £10,000 pretty much every single month. You've had some really good months. You've been able to solve some huge problems.
Yeah.
Remember that time you had a client, the beauty client, the skin tag thing, and it's like, Jay, shit, I've just taken quite a lot of money from this customer and I haven't been able to deliver. What shall I do? It's like, look, just relax, just chill out. And then before you know it, boom, you was able to generate a lot of money for the customer, which was fantastic, So look at all of the skills of what you're learning, but you still want this millionaire status like now.
I do.
I want it like
Patience
yesterday.
is like such a huge thing I've had to deal with.
Of course.
But I am a firm believer now, everything happens for a reason, but it's been a long process to get there.
Yeah. Well,
I still am very impatient with a lot. Like 25 next year, I want to retire at 25.
You want to retire at 25? Retire at 25 and then do what?
I would never be able to retire. I'll get bored.
Of course, like retire. Like that's what I used to think. I used to think, I'll tell you what, I'm going to retire. I'm going to chill out.
I want to retire my I want to retire the family. They're retired, but you know.
Well, that's something that
maybe that's it.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just itching. I always feel like I'm on a time limit, ticking time bomb. When actually I'm probably not at all.
Yeah. Well, look, I tell you what. For where you are right now, we spoke about this on one of our community webinars recently. For where you are right now, at the age of where you are and what you've been able to achieve, amazing.
Thanks.
Absolutely amazing. You know, when I was 24, what was I doing? I was management. I was a team leader at a large insurance company here in the UK, and I'm team leader. Earning probably about 18 grand a year, I think, back in them days. About £18,000 a year. This is like 20 years ago. And that was me. Company man, just like, I'm just trying to work my way. I'm trying to get promotion, Like.
Well, I was striving for that, and it was a blessing in disguise that they said I was too young for a promotion.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
I think. But that also, we always say we could never go back to that.
Well, no.
£2,000 a month.
Well, I tell you what, there's nothing wrong with a job as such. No. If people out
we
there.
We need it. Everyone can't be on.
This is it. And, at the end of the day, success is other aspects of life as well.
Yes.
Making money and, having freedom in this way is one thing. But again, wealth, family, health, these things are all important. So, the financial side of things, if somebody's making £2,000 a month, £3,000 a month, even less than that, then fine. If they desire for more, then, obviously we know how to go about doing that based on our experiences, which then we can then pass on to others and stuff like that, which is cool. So give me a bit of an idea in terms of what's your reason why? Why do you want to do all this stuff? Like, what is it for you? Like, what drives you, Joy, to be the entrepreneur that you are today?
Two things. One, more time to do the charity work. I do a lot of charity work.
You do a lot of charity work.
My whole life is
Talk a little bit about that.
Been to India 5 times.
Wow.
I work with children in a hospice affected by AIDS and HIV. And I also support CRS, which is Women Empowerment, Education and Health and Wellbeing. So I go over there to do that. Back in the UK, I'm a lieutenant.
Okay, a lieutenant. All right, cool. Yeah.
I help at the Boys Brigade.
Yeah.
So local Boys Brigade, I help at the food bank. I sponsor a lot of charities as well, actually. But I keep the financial stuff private. I never tell anyone. Only the time.
Yeah.
The other reason I'm doing it is because I like my parents to live the lifestyle that I'm going to live. Mm-hmm. Because they have done a lot for me.
Yeah. See, look, you've got a really strong reason why. And I remember from the very moment I met you, there must have been something behind it. That drive, like you come from a decent family, you've never grown up in, without running water, without food in the fridge, for example. So, and don't get me wrong, we'll all have our challenges or whatever growing up, but it's got to be something that's really driving you and understanding that, you've got such a big heart when it comes down to your charity work.
I definitely get it from my parents. Like, my mum and dad were never there for me, like, financially. They would always say, if I borrowed 5 pence, I had to give 20 pence back. I couldn't borrow. And that's still the case if I ever borrow. If I'm out and about. They never gave me money, but they gave the time and the thoughtfulness. And that's where I get it from. Like, they both do a lot of charity work and volunteer work. I
think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely amazing. And, now you're in a position when you had your day job, you'd have to take annual leave, right? To be able to go out to India and do what you're doing. The week camp that I did last. The holiday camp that I did for the kids. I would have had to take a week off work. Yeah. But now you can just go when you choose to. You're your own person. So what does that freedom feel like for you?
Oh, so good. I say now I would go back to being on £1,000 to £2,000 if I could keep the time freedom.
Yeah.
That freedom, like. yesterday I went and saw my nan at 2 p.m. I forget that if I was in a day job, I'd have to ask for permission to leave work at 2 p.m. I could never go back to that.
You could never go back to that.
Never.
Well, of course, because you
to eat lunch or go to the toilet. I could never. That time freedom is so important to me. That's the one thing I'd never change.
That there, I think, becomes, because look, making more money, your life just increases. So you go
more
on.
Choices,
You've got more choices, but you go on better holidays. You live in nicer houses. You drive better cars. The novelty does wear off.
It does.
After a while. I mean, look, there's been times in the past where I've had lots of different types of cars. Really, really nice cars. All the rest of it. Brilliant hotel holidays and really nice hotels. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking it. Yeah, like I like it. I like nice things, but nothing comes close to the freedom.
Even being here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I'd have to book that, and I chose to come here like not enough time to tell the work that I was coming.
Of course, yeah. So little things like that. That there is priceless.
Freedom,
That freedom there.
You don't get it back. You don't get time back.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
That's the one thing you cannot get back.
Yeah, I agree.
The one thing you've got to protect.
I agree, because I feel with my daughter, like school plays, they grow very, very, very quickly, and all the school plays, I've been there for every single school play. I don't have to be talking about I got to take time off. The school holidays, look, I co-parent with her mum, so when she's with me, we do 1 week on, 1 week off. The thought has never gone through my mind. Childcare. I've never thought about childcare.
That'll also benefit her as well, like showing up for a school show.
Yeah.
Like, I remember my mum and dad were in full-time employment, they never showed up. Well, they would if they could, but they couldn't. And it's like, when everyone else's parents is there, that will also affect the next generation in a positive way too.
Yeah. So, I understand. So what's next for you then, Joy? What does the future now hold? I mean, look, you want to be a millionairess by the time you're 25. You're 25 next year now.
I've got the most unrealistic goal in the world.
Go on then, what's that?
Forbes 30 under 30.
Well, why is that unrealistic?
Because I've got a very short time to do it in.
What, you got 6 years?
Yeah.
Well,
30 million.
What, 30? Yeah, but look, you got to look at it and think, do people do it? See, again, this is a mindset thing.
Right, so my issue, I'll be completely honest, I got very comfy and I hit retirement. And now I'm just like, retired now. And if I'm going to reach that, I have to get back into what I was doing before. That's the issue. I'm comfy now.
Yeah, of course.
And most people work from no comfort.
Yeah.
I always want more, and I still work harder than a lot of other people. But for me, my work doesn't feel like work. It's just fun.
It's not even work as such. It's like look, right now, this is technically work. Is this work? Does it feel like work? Like, what time is it? It's about what? It's like 10:30 at night. Yeah, we've had some, we've had some food or whatever. We've been chatting, and now I'm like, all right, let's get out the camera and let's do this. So technically, this is work. Yeah,
but because you enjoy it as well.
It's just, I don't see it as work. It's just something I've got to do. Yeah. Like, do you want to quickly do this video with me real quick? Yeah, all right, fine. Just something that we've got to do.
Yeah, it's just natural.
That's right. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
But in terms of anything you want to achieve, I do agree with you. You do get to a point where things can become very comfortable.
I'd like to hit 1 million 25.
Oh yeah, I mean look, that's.
I also have a lot of goals for my students.
Yeah. Okay.
I was told, or someone said to me, "You've got a vision board for yourself. Create a vision board for your students." Yeah. Right. I would like collectively my students to make 1 million next year. That kind of thing as well.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, look, anything is possible. Anything is achievable. Anything that you want, obviously, in terms of what's required to get there. But if people do it. Yeah. If you said, right, I want to be the first trillionaire, on the planet. Now,
there's no trillionaires.
No, you can. There's no trillionaires, but or technically speaking, now you could do it. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I don't know no one. I don't know no one that's done it. Yeah, I don't know anyone that's done it. It's like can we go to Mars? Right. Well, I don't know anyone that's done it. I know Elon Musk is trying to get there, but no one's done it as yet. So, but anything that other people can do,
if you can think it is possible.
Yeah, for sure. I 100% agree. Okay, cool. So, where can people find you then, Joy?
Instagram, joy.mallard.
Joy.mallard, yeah, and you can learn more about Joy.
Literally, all channels is just Joy Mallard. Yeah, all my channels. Yeah.
All right, cool. Joy, look, it's been amazing having you on one of my videos. So thank you so much. Look, go and check. Yeah, it's about time. We'll have to do a podcast at some point.
Yeah.
But look, go and check out Joy's Instagram Instagram handle.
Yes,
check out some of the things of what you're doing, because you run AI training, right?
Yes, free AI training every week. So you
every
can
week.
join that. And my social media is so much free content.
Okay, and that is what helping people to create AI-based businesses.
Make money online with AI.
With AI. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Excellent. Look, love it. Look, you've been checking out the video. Thank you so much. I do very much appreciate it. Now, look, don't forget to check out some of the other videos that are on the channel. As well as that, like, comment, and subscribe. Would very much appreciate it. Until the next time, everyone, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joy. Take care. Thank you.
Right, before you end it, is someone going to edit this?
Yeah.
Right, I've got something else to say that I forgot to say.
All right, okay, right. So Jay, yeah? You know Jay, hi. You know Jay, the guy that came on my thing, yeah? Right, so...
You know when you were talking about the people you signed yourself with?
Yeah.
Do you remember when I burnt out for 2 weeks and you literally had to pull me out of that rut? Do you not remember? I literally couldn't move for like 2 weeks. I was so burnt out because I'd worked so hard. You were like, don't work hard. And then I burnt out.
I said, don't work hard.
Like, you were like, don't burn yourself out.
Okay, yeah,
and then I did.
Yeah.
But if I didn't have a mental, then I would have never got out of that
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
I've done a whole video on Instagram about it. I tagged you, but you didn't.
Oh, really? I am sorry.
I tag you so much, you never.
Oh, really? Look, I'll tell you what, with these, I don't even go on it, to be honest with you.
But I just thought it was, because I would never have carried on after that burnout.
Okay, well, that's a very good point, because what's been the biggest benefit from having a mentor?
If I wanted to stop, or I didn't know what to do next, or I was not in the mood, as soon as I jump on a call with straight back in it. Straight back in the game.
It just kind of refocuses.
Just resets you, yeah.
Why? Why do you think that's the case?
Because you get it. You've been through it. Yeah. You know it. And I trust you.
Okay, cool. Well, that's very nice. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. Cool. All right, so mentors are very, very, very important. Yeah. Surrounding yourself with the right people, because if you think about it, I've introduced you closer to some of my circle, right? Yeah. So some of the people that I, might learn from as well.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be where I am now if you hadn't done that either.
Well, this is it, because obviously you've got people like Carl, who's done very, very, very well, so you've worked closely with him, you've learned some stuff from him, people like Simon, people like Stas, so you've learned, and they've also become a part of, the people that you know. So, without, I suppose, having a mentor, but the thing is, Joy, it also comes down to you as well.
Oh, yeah.
Because you are a doer, because you are somebody that takes action, you're prepared to do what it takes. Successful people are happy to be around you. Yeah,
and they wouldn't work with you if that wasn't the case.
That's correct.
Because I know you get it all the time. Oh, you link to Simon, but Simon wouldn't be around you if you didn't work, because he wouldn't let someone who's just sluggish work around him. But also, Simon didn't do it for you.
No, of course not.
You did it.
But this is where people make a mistake.
Yeah,
they want to be a part of a network of successful people, entrepreneurs, but they don't always understand, well, how do I get into that circle? How do I break into that circle? How you break into that circle is you just become a whatever it takes doer.
Yeah.
You don't have to make millions, but the attitude needs to be right, boom, boom, so you can add value to that group.
Yeah, they don't want to surround themselves with good people.
Yeah, well, this is it. So you can add value to me. So I can even ask you a question. Earlier on, you're saying, look, Jay, sometimes the Instagram video, look, you know what I mean? The video is in the nicest possible way, like the video is so close to your face. You can see up your nostrils. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, look, hold it back a little bit. Like, just little things that, you might have come across as a part of your journey that you now share. And that's what it's about. Yeah. It's about being able to add value to a network of people that are successful.
And accept it back and not take offense.
For sure. That's right.
Constructive.
But most people don't understand that. They don't see it. Yeah. So that then means that they become draining in that environment. And look, it is what it is. They become draining in that environment. And the reason why is because it's take. Oh, so how do I take? So how do I do it? Take. Yeah. So how do I do it? Take. And that's what it then becomes about. And then that then means that circle of successful people, don't invite that person because it's too draining for them to be there. Whereas if we're all giving and taking, then it's a nice environment.
It's like on my calls with Carl, we have 30 minutes for his stuff, 30 minutes for mine. It's give and take.
Give and take.
For you give me the mentoring, I coach your people.
Of course, there you go. That's correct. Yeah, it's give and take always. And that's why people always want to be around you based on that. So that is a really, really important facet that most people just don't understand it. They just want to take, and they don't realize how draining it can be,
Even just friends.
Well, friends, I agree. When somebody wants to just talk to you about their problems, oh, you know what
I've got
happened
no
to
money,
me?
or
You
do
know
something
what?
more.
You know, like, yeah, he left me, and, and she left me, and, the money, and I lost the job, and then, now don't get me wrong. If you've got a good friend and if they're just going through a bad patch,
you can't help them.
like
If they're not going to help themselves.
support them. But if that's going on for like years on years, and these people are just kind of, it's just like they're energy vampires. They just want to take away from you, and it's just like, look, I don't want to be a part of that. Like you're sucking from me, and it's not feeling comfortable, and I don't want it anymore. So, having those sort of strong stipulations is very important. So, so cool.
Yep.
Anything else?
No.